Alright, so what's up guys, this is Colin here with UpNorthOutdoors. I know it's been a while, I'll get into that in a second, but as you can see I'm rocking a Custom Offsets t-shirt here. I actually won their giveaway. They did a giveaway once they hit 100,000 subs on YouTube, I believe. They did their giveaway, they posted the winner on Instagram, YouTube, and then maybe their Facebook, I don't know. I don't really go on Facebook. But yeah, I actually ended up winning, which is awesome because I normally don't win anything. But I won their giveaway, so I'm just gonna show you real quick what I got from them, and then we'll get into the video. First thing I got, obviously, was a Custom Offsets t-shirt. Pretty dope. It's got it going down sideways on the shirt, and then on the back too. It's got their logo on the back, and then we'll get into the box here. I already opened it up because I actually wore some of the stuff today, but $100 gift card from them, which is awesome. I'll definitely be picking some stuff up or ordering some stuff from them in the future. For sure, it's nice to have. Custom Offsets hat. It's got their name in the front, obviously, logo on the back. Pretty dope. Got their sweatshirt. Might be a little dirty because I wore it today, but Custom Offsets sweatshirt with their logo on the front, and then let's see if I can just throw it on here. Their big logo on the back, which is pretty sick. I like clothes, so it's cool. Got a few beer koozies or pop koozies, whatever you want to put in it. It's got their logo and their name on it. It's pretty sick as well. Got 3 of them so I can share them with the buddies. Pretty sweet. Then I got just a bunch of their logos. Apparently it's like all the logos they make. A couple of huge ones in here, and then a couple smaller ones I believe too. So I'll definitely probably be putting them on the truck or find somewhere to put them, which is sick. I love decals. Decals are always nice to have. Then you got this little wallet multi-tool, which is pretty sick. It's got a little saw on it, a little measuring piece. This is for different like size nuts, bottle opener on it. I think this is for other even smaller nuts over here. And a couple of these things I actually don't know what they're for, but pretty slick. Fit right in your wallet, little multi-tool. It's pretty cool. Got their logo on it as well. That's nice to have. Definitely be throwing that in my wallet. And then lastly, which I'm pretty hyped about actually, got a bunch of their tire and wheel cleaning stuff here. Kind of prop it up on my hood here. But I got their, I gotta read the name. This is their back to black, so that's for your tires basically, to get them back to what they look like when you bought them. Get them really that nice deep black, shine them up, which would be nice because you can kind of see my wheels and tires right now that I ordered from them. Dirt road was super muddy and I wasn't able to clean my truck after it blew up because the hose and everything was still frozen up. But once everything melts, I get the power washer out and definitely clean these up and clean the truck up as well. But that's awesome. Definitely gonna be using that. And then I got the shoe shine, which is sick. I believe this is for the wheels. This is all by Custom Offsets. Yep, this is for your wheels, the shoe shine for the wheels. And then Dirty Lip, which is your wheel shampoo, which is awesome as well. And it has all the instructions on the back of how to use it. And then you got all that, whoops. Stay. Then you got all their spray nozzles and everything and all that good stuff. So that's awesome. Thank you, Custom Offset. Thanks so much for the giveaway. It's just awesome. I'll leave a link to their website and their YouTube in the description below. They're actually where I ordered my tires and wheels from, so it's pretty sick. They do an awesome job. You can pick out your wheels that you want, pick out the tires you want, and then they mount them and balance them and ship them to you for free, I believe. I believe shipping was free, which is awesome. They'll ship them right to your house. So all you have to do is literally put them on. You don't have to get them mounted, you don't have to get them balanced, you don't have to do any of that because they already do all of that for you, which is sick. And they basically carry any kind of wheels or tires you want. They got Fuels, they got American Forces, and they've got all like the cheaper brands as well. They basically got everything that's out there. So if you're looking into getting tires or wheels, definitely check out customoffset.com. Alright, so I know I have been gone for probably a couple weeks now. I don't like not posting. I always get mad when I haven't posted for a while, but I've just been, I don't even like giving excuses, but I've just been grinding out the truck, and I've actually been filming a lot, but I actually kind of messed up on something, so I didn't really want to post it. And then I've been having school. I only got 3 or 4 weeks till I graduate, so I've been trying to stay caught up in school, make sure I'm gonna be graduating and all that good stuff. So but yeah, what I messed up was Here, I'll give you guys a little look at the truck. You haven't seen this thing in a while. Got small tires on, which I need to tell you guys something that really bad that happened with those tires, which was my fault, which I'm actually really pissed off about. I'll get into a second, but got the smaller tires on, pushed it in here with the tractor, and then I've started pulling my front clip off. I took my grill, my bumper off, I took my headlights out, I took this big plastic piece off, radiator out, which is also for sale. You guys saw me in a video. I put that in sometime during the summer, I believe, and it's like new basically. There's nothing wrong with it. It's like my third radiator, and I haven't gotten muddy since I put that one in, so it's clean. It's nice. $100 takes it if you're in northern Minnesota area. I really don't want to ship it since I'm only selling it for like $100. I'm not going to be making that much money off it anyway. But if you're close to the area, you know someone, it's for a 351 Windsor. This is out of a 96 F250, but I'm pretty sure a lot of the pickup trucks, it'll fit in most of the 90s and the OBSs and the 351s. But yeah, so I pulled all that stuff off. But the reason I didn't want to post it is I spent so much time showing how to take all this stuff off, and I actually didn't even need to take any of the stuff off at all. This is my first time taking a front clip off, so I didn't really know what I was doing. I ended up having my grandpa over and asking him. He does like restores cars and stuff. He has an auto glass business, but he's really smart with cars and paints them and restores them and does all that good stuff. And I asked him what all I need to unbolt now to get the whole front clip off, and he's like, oh well. Apparently I didn't have to take my headlights out. All I had to do was just unclip my headlights down here. Didn't have to take my grill off. That could have stayed on. That plastic piece, which had literally a million bolts and stuff connected to it, I did not have to take off. Radiator did have to come out, so that's good. I got that out. Bumper had to come off, obviously, just to make life. I mean, I guess it probably didn't have to come off, but with the bull bar, it makes it a lot freaking easier to work on here and put a motor in and out and everything like that. So actually, yeah, it does have to come off because I have to flip it up. Yeah, never mind. Bumper basically had to come off. Maybe if you have a stock bumper, maybe not, but bumper had to come off. But yeah, so a lot of the stuff I pulled off and spent time filming and talking about and showing how to get off, I didn't have to take off. So then I was kind of mad and ended up not posting taking all that stuff off. But also I had to take this off. Well, you don't really have to take this off, but you have to take the wire that goes to the cab to unlock your hood, and then pull it through. And you kind of had to take this off to get it off this clip here to pull it through, so the cable's not caught up in there. But that's pretty easy. Oh, and then hood had to come off too. That's why the hood's sitting over here, because obviously that had to get off to do that. But the hood's just a few bolts to come off. Bumper's 4 bolts, easy. I think pretty sure the stock ones are 4 bolts too. It's right here. So bumper's easy to get off. Radiator wasn't too bad to get off since this is like my 3rd or 4th time taking a radiator out. It was a piece of cake. I just cut the lines. I just cut most of the lines. I took the hoses off because those might get reused. So I took the hoses off, but I cut all the lines and everything just because it was easier than having to mess with them. I just got the cutoff wheel with the grinder and the side cutters and cut everything off and undid the bolts and took that off. So because I'm not using this motor anymore. I'm probably just gonna sell it for a few $100, but I'm not using the motor anymore, so I don't really care about a lot of the stuff on here. I just wanted to get it out quick. So, but that was pretty easy to get out. I'm actually glad I took the headlights out though, because I'm actually getting some LEDs that I'm gonna be putting in a later video in these while it's out, and it's easier to take them out, put them in when they're out anyway, so you can pop these off and put them in. So I'm actually okay with taking that out, and then I'm okay with taking the grill off too, because that makes it a lot lighter to lift this off. But so basically what I do have to take off now to get the front clip off is these, apparently they're radiator support bolts down here, 1 on each side. And then, yeah, I already said the hood. Then you have to unbolt I can't freaking talk, it's been a while guys. Unbolt the fenders, which there's bolts down in here. And there's 1 bolt when you open up the door. There's one, I don't know if you can see the hole, but there's one back in there, and you'll need an extension to get to on each side. And then there's one right here. and there's one right here. So it's not too hard on both the fenders. So I have to finish taking, actually I think I might have finished taking this fender off. Or no, I have a couple more bolts to do, but I've almost got this fender off. And then I just have to take these things off, which I've been spraying with penetrating oil like crazy because they do not want to come off. But yeah, that's everything I've been doing on the truck. Also cleaned up the Cummins. Sorry if this is a longer video. I just kind of want to catch up and show you guys everything that I've been doing since the last post. So the Cummins, see all of this wiring? All of this crap is stuff I did not need. We had someone who's a diesel mechanic come in here that works for my dad. Works on diesels and stuff like that on the side, and he really knows what he's talking about. And he went over the motor and basically showed me and my dad everything that we don't need. So we cut off everything we don't need. We left some of the wires for like the sensors. We left some extra wire in some of them because we might want to get the sensors hooked back up. Obviously we left like the alternator back up, another sensor down here. Ground, we left some ground wires on here because this is the factory ground, I believe, so we can ground stuff to that. Another sensor. We left this, I think this is like a lifter or something, I can't remember. I really don't know much about diesels. I remembered what it was earlier, but I forgot. And then we left the big cord for the starter, but the starter actually I'm going to be taking off here pretty soon too because I need to get a 6.0 starter to work with the flywheel and stuff that I got, which is over here, which I'll be showing you in a second. But that's that. So it doesn't look as scary now because it doesn't have this computer and all of this wiring and all this, well, I think it's a little computer, but it doesn't have all this crap hanging off of it, which was kind of intimidating because all this stuff I don't need, so it actually simplifies it down a bit. I mean, it's still obviously going to be a huge project, but it doesn't look as scary now. Now, my tires and wheels. Sorry, I've been talking really quick here. So I want to take them off. I don't know how I did not notice this. So after I finished my second part of my lift, put the bigger tires on, I never got my truck realigned. But it didn't need one when I had the 35s on, and when I did the reverse shackle, it didn't affect any of the stuff on the axle because they don't mess with suspension when you get your tires aligned. So my dad and I both thought I'd be fine and I didn't need to align it. And I've only had put maybe 2,000 miles on these new tires and wheels because what went on it? Oh yeah, my truck started on fire, so that thing was out of commission for about a month. And then in the winter months that I was driving it, whenever the roads were bad, I have two-wheel drive and these big fat tires, so I would drive the Jeep. So I really haven't driven it that much with these tires on. So they should be almost like new. They got maybe 2,000 miles on them, but when I was taking my front tires off, I looked at the front ones and my heart just dropped. Look at this. This is sitting on flat ground, and this tire is sitting like that. This one's sitting like that. Here's the back ones. Back ones are good. I got about, I don't know how you can tell with this camera, but I got about 2 fingers of tread depth on the back ones, and that's what the front ones should be too. Because I was maybe just getting to the point about where I needed to, what you call it? Rotate tires, yeah. So I was just getting to the point where maybe I need to rotate the tires, not even quite yet. But here's the front ones. I've got less than a finger of tread depth on this side, and then I've got a solid 2 fingers of tread depth over here, and less than 1 finger on this side. Same thing with the other front tire. 2 fingers of tread depth here, less than a finger here. I am really pissed off about that. I actually when I started my other video, I made a video when I first found this out, and I was pissed off. I was yelling, I was screaming. I was not a happy camper. I was really mad, really mad, and I still am. I'm really frustrated because I spent like $3,600 on this tires and wheels. I sold my old boat even so I could get them because of the end of fishing season, and I'm planning on buying a new boat this year anyway. But still, I'm really frustrated about this. What I'll probably end up doing is putting these ones in the back, putting these ones in the front, and getting my truck aligned again, which I should have done, or should have at least been checking when I put the new tires on. I should have been checking them, but I wasn't, which is really stupid of me. I'm not blaming anybody on this. This was 100% my fault. Go ahead, roast me in the comments about it. It's whatever, but nothing I can do about it now other than just throw them in the back, get it aligned, Otherwise, the other thing I was thinking about maybe doing was maybe selling them and going with something different. Maybe put some boggers on it or something, or just sell them as a set and get some new wheels and some new tires. But I don't really want to do that because these are basically brand new. I just got them in the fall. They're not even a year old. Not even close. I don't know. We'll get to that down the road. My truck's getting close to being drivable again, but we still got a long ways to go. I'm going to show you guys the stuff I ordered, but before I do that, I'm going to show you this other thing I picked up. It's on a trailer out here, which I haven't showed you guys yet either. Picked up not last weekend, but the weekend before with my grandpa. It was a couple hours away. Show you it right here. This is a 95 250 with the 7.3 IDI in it. It's beat to crap. I got it for $600. Now, bro, I'm gonna be keeping everything tallied up of how much money total I have spent on this build. But I got this truck for $600. It's got, the reason I bought it is because it has a ZF5 manual transmission. It's the Ford 5-speed transmission, and it's got the 7.3 turbo in it. It's the 7.3 IDI turbo because it's the 95, but it's got the turbo in it. So it's got the nice solid diesel transmission in it. It's built for the diesels. It's not like the gasser ones, because my automatic, if I wanted to do any more driving than just taking it for a test drive, which one you guys said in the comments, I definitely want to go with a beefier transmission. And I've heard that with the Cummins swap manual is definitely the way to go. And I mean, 5-speed with the Fummins would be pretty badass anyway. So, but yeah, the body's beat up. Bumper's beat up. I actually bent the hood. It's got a huge dent in the door there. I bent the hood when I got it and opened up and shut it. Apparently, the motor just needs some filter, something cleaned out. It's kind of pulled apart. The filter and stuff's inside the cab. But apparently, it just needs something cleaned out on it and it'll run. I don't know. The truck has like 230,000 miles on it. But then the transmission, I guess, was either rebuilt or replaced at 2,000 miles. The guy I bought this from actually had a 7.3, OBS 7.3. And he wanted to do a manual swap, but he never got time. He never got around to doing it. So that's why he bought this truck from the other owner. So he never did anything with this truck. He never drove it. Nothing. He just bought it for the transmission like I did, and ended up not getting around to doing the transmission swap. Decided he didn't want to. Doesn't have the money. Whatever. He didn't want to do it. So yeah, but it was a pain in the butt to get on this trailer because the guy didn't really have a tractor or anything to push it up on, and we had to load it up backwards because he didn't have any room in his yard to get the trailer on the other side of the truck. So what we had to do was chain up his 7.3 on the back of it, and he had to line up with the trailer and pull it. So it was going on like half sideways kind of, and we had to, it was horrible. I had to use come-alongs to get it up the rest of the way, and it was definitely rough. It took close to like 2 hours to get this thing loaded, but I finally got it up. And $600 was kind of a steal for this thing, because what I didn't realize, I didn't think it was going to have this because the 250, but maybe because the diesel, or maybe it was swapped at some point. But it's got a Dana 60 under it. So I bought my Dana 60 for $600, and that one was out of state. I got a deal on that one. Well, I guess not really, because I ended up having to rebuild the whole thing after about a month and pull it out again. But Dana 60s are worth like $1,000. I could probably get like $800 for it. They go on eBay for $1,000, buy it now, and Craigslist are normally $800-900. Sometimes people are trying to sell them for $1,000 on Craigslist, but I can get my money back and then some from just selling that axle. I still have to check the gearing on it because the tag is kind of half rusted off in the back. But if it's 410 gears, I might just keep it so I have a backup for my truck. Because I actually have a seal leaking on it right now, so I might just want to swap it in right away if it's the same gearing. But either way, this truck was worth $600 just for the axle that it has in it. And if I can get the 7.3 in it running, or if just some guy wants to buy it, I'm sure I can get a few $100 for the 7.3, because apparently it just needs some filter or something cleaned out. So I can definitely make my money back and then some from the truck. So it wasn't a bad deal. And then I get the 5-speed. One thing I was kind of disappointed about is someone took the window out of it, so they must have needed a window, and these people had like a bunch of cats and stuff, so it's been getting rained on and having crap crawl around in here and poop in here, so it smells like cat piss and poop in here, and it's disgusting. But it's had the bucket seats with the flip up center console, which would have been awesome. I could have swapped in my truck, but they're just disgusting now. It's not worth it. But there's that filter and stuff. There's the 5-speed. But yeah, I also might take the gauge cluster out of it because it's got the RPM gauge for the diesel. It only goes up to 4 instead of my gas one that goes up to 6. So I might take that out of it too. This one actually had cruise control and all that good stuff. Had the plastic mirrors on it though. Kind of sucks, but yeah. So that's the truck I got. That's going to be taking the transmission from. So I'm happy with that. I'm happy I found that. So I got a transmission now. I've basically got everything. I only have one more part that's coming that I need for this swap besides little things. But I basically got all the big things that I need for this swap now. Now I just need to make it happen. Now I'm going to show you the things that I ordered that have came so far for the swap. Basically everything I've ordered so far has came from Diesel Conversion Specialist, DCS. They just seemed like the best website to order from. A lot of guys off the Fallman's page on Facebook order from them as well, and they just, I don't know, they have really good explanations on there, and it's like you basically pick your model of truck and your transmission that you're using and all that good stuff, and they tell you what to get. It's really nice, easy website to use, and they make really nice parts, so, or at least they look really nice. So what I've got here, in here I've got the clutch, because you need a different clutch to get it to work with the Cummins to the Ford transmission, the one I got out there. But here's the clutch. I don't really know anything about clutches. I don't know anything about manuals, and I don't know anything about diesels, so please don't roast me too hard. You can roast me if you want, but it's not really going to mean anything because I just don't know. Okay? I'm not acting like I know here, so yeah. But here's the clutch. Yes, it's a self-bend clutch, if that means anything. And then this thing, I don't know what that is. I think that's like a pressure plate or something like that. I think. I have no idea. But that came with the clutch. And that was clutch. Oh no, I actually got this with the clutch too. I also got the flywheel with the clutch. Here's the flywheel here. Because I think you can use the original Cummins flywheel, but you need like do some modifications and it doesn't work as good, I guess. And the guy didn't give me the flywheel with the motor anyway. So I need to get a new flywheel anyway, so I got the nice one off of the diesel conversion website. So here's the flywheel. This thing is freaking beefy. It's so heavy. But yeah. It's all custom made by them, or I guess it's made by South Bend. And then, I don't know. But off of diesel conversions, awesome flywheel. At least it looks awesome. Clutch, and then thing I don't know, I think it's pressure plate, I believe. At the end of this video, I'm just gonna, when I'm sitting inside, I have all the prices, all the money I spent basically on my phone and the notes. So I'll pull that up. I could even go on their website, show you their website, but I'll pull that up and tell you, go through all the prices once I get inside. Yeah, so the part that's still coming in the mail that hasn't gotten here yet is the adapter plate that lets me bolt the ZF5 up to the bell housing on the Cummins. I ordered that at the same time I ordered those. They actually been coming really quick for how big and heavy parts they are. Like those parts came in 3-4 days. Really quick. And the flywheel, or not the flywheel, it came the adapter plate like I was talking about is coming on Monday. So that's coming really quick too. And I'm not going to get to the point where I'm going to be bolting up that transmission and all that stuff up by Monday anyway, so it's not a problem. Alright, hey guys, I'm going to go over the prices here with you. This actually is next day. I wanted to get this video edited and posted yesterday, but I forgot it. My grandpa's birthday, so I went over and hung out with them for a while, my grandparents. But I'm actually halfway done editing this right now, so it'll be up literally right after I finish recording this. This video is going to be up in like probably a half hour, an hour. But yeah, I'll go through all the separate prices for everything real quick, and then we'll give you guys the total. So, of what I've spent so far. Got my notes on my phone here. Let's see if you can get it to focus. Engine mounts were $351 with shipping and tax. Oh yeah, the motor was $2,400. $2,400 was the motor, plus $351 for the engine mounts, and that's all this is including the shipping and the tax. And that truck with the tranny was $600. Clutch and flywheel was actually it was $1,031 after shipping and tax, and then the adapter plate after shipping and tax and everything was $835. That's just the money I owe for taxes that I put on there, or I did owe for taxes. But that all adds up to $5,217. I didn't realize I've already spent that much money on this. Well, my bank accounts realized, but my pockets have realized. But yeah, definitely not cheap. It's definitely not cheap to a Cummins swap, and I'm sure I'll probably end up still dropping another $1,000 or $2,000 on this too, just from little stuff. I'm sure we'll run into some problems, something will be broken, or I still need to get like a 6.0 starter for it. I'm sure there's gonna be some little to get like my speedometer to work and my RPM gauge to work and stuff. I'm sure there's gonna be some adapter things I have to get for that stuff. So there's still gonna be other things I'm probably gonna end up having to spend money on. So that's just so far though, $5,217. I will be able to get some money back for that truck, like I said. I can get that axle sold and sell some other parts off, like the motor and whatnot, and I might be able to get a few $100 here and there might be able to get a couple $100 for my motor, still my 351, and I might be able to get some money for the transmission, because the transmission is still good, and then I might be able to get some money for like my radiator and stuff, like $100, like I said. But yeah, and then real quick, I wanted to show you guys the website I ordered all of this stuff from. I'm not sponsored by them or anything, they're pretty slick. Diesel Conversion Specialist, DCS. You can get kit builders where you just put in your make, year, engine, transmission. They don't have 351 on here, it's just 460 or 73, but basically it just asks your engine, because then it tries to figure out what like transmission, gives you the options for the transmission, but I'm using a transmission for a 7.3, so I chose 7.3. So because if you're using a 351, or even if you're doing a swap on an F-150, it's an even smaller motor, you're obviously going to have to upgrade your transmission to a one from a 460 or 7.3, or you can go with the Dodge tranny, but then you won't need a lot of this stuff at all. But yeah, they have kits, but a lot of these kits come with a lot of little things and like other things that are kind of expensive that you don't really need for the swap. It makes stuff easier, but a lot of it is stuff you don't need. So I've been kind of just you can go in their parts catalog here, and I've kind of just been basically ordering everything that I know I need. But they've got stuff for not just 90s. They've got stuff for GM, or not just 90s Fords. They have other years, like early 2000s. I think even 6.0s and whatnot. Might even have stuff for 6.4s. I don't know. They have stuff for a lot of different years. And I guess Toyota, Land Rover, Ford, Dodge, Chevy, Land Rover, the Cummins. That'd be pretty sick. But yeah, I'm gonna finish editing up this video. This video is probably getting pretty long. Thanks for watching. I'm gonna try to get back on a regular schedule again. Well, not a regular schedule, but I'm gonna try to be posting at least once a week, if not twice again. We've been so busy with working after school and doing schoolwork, because I'm gonna graduate in a couple weeks, like I said, and just been really busy lately, and working on the truck. I've been actually spending a lot of time tearing stuff apart in the truck when I'm not working or doing school. So, but Brandon's coming over tonight too, like I said, because it's Friday now. Brandon's coming over tonight. Actually, I'm gonna be meeting up with him in a little bit. We actually might go pick a little something up for the channel too, which you guys will see in the next video. And then we're gonna do some work on the truck. So just stay tuned, guys. Thanks for watching. Just opened this up while I was editing. There you go, dude. His name's Jacob. He's got a dope Bronco.